Okay, so for lumbar myogenic, again we're thinking length, strength and control. But for control, we no longer do the sensory motor control because that's just for the neck. The control we do is the static and dynamic control, so our kind of core stability type tests. So after we've done our observation and our active range of motion with overpressures and combined movements, we're ready to do our length, strength and control tests. So if we start with length, so you just have a stand just in front here. So the muscle lengths we're looking at, we're categorising them into side flexors, flexors and extensors. So for the side flexor, you cross one leg in front of the other, hand on your hip, that's it, you're going to shift your hips that way, and with the other hand come up and over your head. Okay, feel the stretch in your side there? Excellent, and just turn and just do that towards the camera as well there. Excellent, so we're stretching latissimus dorsi and quadratus lumborum here, and the same the other way. So again, symptoms, we're looking to see if there's tightness, reproduction of pain, or if there's a difference in range of motion both sides. Good. The other test we looked at doing was the rec-fem test and the iliopsoas test, so the modified Thomas. So just get to have a seat on the foot of the bed this time, so kind of down that side. Good. So for this one, you're going to hug your right knee in towards you. That's it, and then just fall backwards from there. Good. I'll just come back up again actually. Just shuffle down the bed a little bit. That's it. Backwards from there. Okay, the reason we're doing this for lumbar, as well as what we normally do for the rec-fem and the iliopsoas, is to see what happens to Oscar's lumbar lordosis. So if I apply pressure to his leg now, you can see how his back wants to lift a little bit. Not too bad at all though really, whereas if somebody went into a huge lordosis there, we know that their tight hip flexors are potentially causing an increased lordosis. And we'll switch over to the other leg. Spin that one up. Good, and same again on the other side. Okay, so muscle length tests for the flexors and extensors of the lumbar spine. Have a line backwards with this in. So to test the length of the lumbar extensors, we're going to have to put Oscar into flexion. So think about the knee. If we're testing the length of the quads, which extend the knee, we're going to put it into flexion. I'm going to hug in towards you. So we're testing the erector spinae. Try and lift your tailbone up. That's it. And remember, the erector spinae will go all the way up to the base of the skull. So as well as that, if you tuck your head in towards you. Any problems there at all? Like a nice stretch, okay there? Good. And back down again. And to test the length of the lumbar flexors, which one on the front, we're going to have to take Oscar into extension. So you get to have a line in front this time. And this is that kind of classic yoga cobra position. So hands kind of by your shoulders. That's it. And then push up from there. Good. Feel the stretch in your stomach muscles. Okay there. Good. Excellent. Okay. And then have a lie on your back. So they would be our 4 length tests. We did side flexion, modified Thomas, knee hug, and then cobra position. That's our length tests. Static inner range holding tests. We're going to take the muscle into inner range and then hold it in that position. So for the flexors, just get you to bend both knees in towards you. Keep your hips and knees at 90 degrees. And now try and reach forwards with your hands if you're doing a little bit of a sit-up. And hold it there. Any pain in your stomach at all? Okay, so we're testing the strength and the endurance of the lumbar flexors with this test here. And back down again. Okay, just get you to have a lie on your knees bent up actually there, and drop your knees down to the side, so kind of feet on the bed, drop down to that way. Testing the rotators now. Now just try and do a sit up in that position. So again, your kind of fact you can throw in is that the muscles that rotate are the obliques, the internal and external obliques, and back down again. Any problems there? And the same the other way. Thinking about pathologies that might cause pain here, somebody who's a kind of fast bowler in cricket who's got a side strain will probably find that this is quite uncomfortable. Back down again. So thinking again, what we're doing here, we're trying to assess and work out what the problem is. Okay, so for side flexors, this is the one that's quite horrible. You get to have a lie on your side facing the camera that way. We can lift the head of the bed up a bit to put him in inner range. That's it, and now try and take your shoulders off the bed. Okay, you feel it in here? Okay, so we're using our side flexors here, which would be quadratus lumborum, as the main muscle that we're kind of using here. We would repeat on the other side, so just get to turn the other way. Good, and again try and repeat that test. Again, feel it in here again. Okay, any different between the two? No. Excellent. And the final one then for the extensors, just onto your front this time as well. Similar to the length test we did a second ago, but now we're testing strength, not length. So we're going to have to do it actively rather than using the arms to do it passively. Just with your arms by your side, kind of on the bed there, just try and lift your shoulders up. So we're doing like a dorsal raise. Good, and we can even get the glutes involved as well, so if you try and lift your legs, good. Any problems in your lower back there? Excellent, and back down again. Perfect, just stay there for a second. So we've then tested our isometric inner range holding test there. The next stage then is control. So with control, we're not doing the sensory motor control with the lasers and things. The way we do control now is talking about our kind of core stability type tests. So you okay just to come up on your hands and knees on the bed down to all fours? Okay, so the first of which is called bird dog. No ideas why, but it's the name that's been given. So imagine you've got your kind of spirit level on your back, so just trying to tuck your tailbone under the other way, sorry, to kind of come back forwards again on yourself, but then almost trying to, that's it. Okay, keep your back nice and straight there, tuck your stomach muscles in, that's it. Now try and straighten your right leg out behind you, and your left leg out in front at the same time. Okay, so what we're looking for here is whether Oscar can balance with that test, but we're also working left lats and right glutes at the same time to see whether he can maintain stability, and back down again. Same the other way, so left leg out and right arm forwards. There we go, a bit more unsteady on that side. Good, and back down again. Brilliant. The next static dynamic control test, you have a lie on your back, facing the ceiling, is the bridge test. So both feet on the bed with knees bent. Okay, so you're going to bridge up, so lifting your waist in the air, tension your bum muscles, and then you're going to extend right leg off the bed. Excellent. What we're looking for here is that Oscar can keep his pelvis level and it's not dropping. Drop that leg back down again, do the same on the other side. And again, we're looking here to make sure the pelvis doesn't drop on the other side. Ways you can make this harder, just go back down again, is to take both arms off the bed and now lift up there. So we've reduced the base of support, so it's going to make Oscar work a lot harder, and then just lift your leg again, a bit harder there. Going back down, same on the other side. Good. We've also got the tabletop test here, so just drop that down again, bring both knees up to 90 and 90. Similar to the one we did a minute ago, the isometric inner range hold, but this time try and keep your stomach muscles tight, and now slide one leg down. Good, and bring it back up again. And again, we're looking to see if lordosis increases or stays in neutral. Excellent, and just get you to have a stand. The last two in this section then was the posterior oblique sling. So you're going to stand on your left leg and lift your right arm up to the ceiling. Okay, and what we're looking for is to see whether Trendelenburg sign occurs, so it's making sure that left glute is working, see what the left lat's doing, and then switch over, so still on the right leg, to the side. Again, we're looking at that Trendelenburg sign, and then just going to go down into flexion again, and on the way up, just tense your glutes as you come back up again. Okay, so we're seeing if engaging the glutes improves Oscar's ability to come out of flex position. Good, and then just with the cervical, the final stage then of lumbar myogenic would be to palpate. Just get to the line in front on the bed there again. So palpation, we're thinking about soft and bony tissues. So this time I'm from the side angle. The bony tissues are going to be the spinous process. I'm just palpating to see how they feel and whether there's any tenderness over any of the spinous process. Transverse process either side as well. Remember, we've got a lot of muscle in there to get through. And then we've got our trigger points would be into the erector spinae, so palpating into the erector spinae, which are parallel to the spine. Quadratus lumborum goes between iliac crest and the bottom rib, so we'll kind of palpate a bit more laterally either side as well and see if there's a difference there. And the other one we've done is the piriformis, so between the greater trochanter and the top of the bum crack, to be honest, in there, and you're kind of pressing down and comparing to the other side. The relevant points you can pick up there, you can be saying things like the sciatic nerve passes through the piriformis muscle, or we've got our 3 sets of erector spinae, the I love spinach thing, iliocostalis, longissimus, and spinalis as well. QL, you can be talking about how it kind of inserts into the bottom rib at T12 as well. Good. Okay, and have a seat on the edge of the bed. Excellent. So that would be a lumbar myogenic. So it's a little bit fiddly because you kind of be there and there and there and there. But if you kind of learn that little routine, which again just took like 6-7 minutes, get that in your head, and then it'll be kind of a bit more familiar when you come to it. I'll do the same for neurogenic and arthrogenic for you as well, and I'll do a separate video for observation, active range of motion, and I'll do a separate video just to recap on what the differences are for thoracic spine as well. Would that be helpful to have that, you think? Yeah. Cool. All right. Nice.